here at Sun Life Stadium as the Denver Broncos take on the Miami Dolphins.
Make some noise for your Miami Dolphins.
Generally about once a year we try to get together and celebrate a Shred versus Tuxedox rivalry that has lasted since we each controlled the Bears and Packers respectively in the opening season of the league. Matchups always look a little different, and they are always, without fail, overhyped. So we'll see if we actually get a good game this time. Now that's only fitting, as the Dolphins' defense is really, truly exceptional. Their offense has no playmakers, but their defense is star-studded. Whereas the Broncos' offense is still probably stronger than, weaker than their defense for sure. But they also have Adrian Peterson as a weapon. It's a little bit of a trade-off. A little more offensive power on the Broncos, but overall two very good defenses. It's the opening kickoff. And game on. Johnny Knox takes that out to the 28. And Alex Smith will take the field. Only 2 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. A little bit of a rocky start. Only has to be a game manager, which simply means don't throw the interceptions. So we'll see if we can dial that down today. It'll be tough against this Miami defense. Smith, play action, and sacked immediately. Suggs gets to him, brings him down for a 7-yard loss. I would not try the play action against this team. Too smart on defense. Alright, so second and long already. In an offense not really geared towards long yardage situations. They're more of a fight forward on 3rd and 3 type team. Hand off to Peterson, this time picking up a little bit of yardage, not great. Gets back out to about the 25. Taking a look at the Broncos offense, Adrian Peterson is the star. Alex Smith is on to Terrell Owens, Johnny Knox, and Mercedes Lewis. Jason Avance also on the team. And, I forget his name now. Jonathan Baldwin is also down there as a 4th string option. Smith in the shotgun on 3rd and 13, fires deep here, and that is dropped by the receiver. Not a bad throw, actually. He had a chance, I think. Yeah, it wasn't a terrible throw. Looks like the receiver just kind of dropped it. Alright, so 3 and out for the Broncos. Brought in by Jones. The Dolphins will get started out at the 35. David Garrard takes the field, 5 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. Kind of a similar looking season to Alex Smith, actually. Garrard under center. Evans in motion. Hand off to McGahee. Brought down for just a couple yards there. Dolphins offense. Got McGahee in the backfield. And got Wes Welker and Jason Witten as targets for David Garrard. So yeah, you do have a couple playmakers there, admittedly. It's just an issue if David Garrard can get them the ball. Shotgun for David Garrard here. Hand off to McGahee. Brought down for a loss there by the Broncos defense. Taking a look at the Denver defense, we got Lamar Woodley, Lance Briggs, and Curtis Lofton as your linebackers. That's really the strong suit. Jason Babin coming off the edge, and Aqib Talib and Terrell Thomas as cornerback. Shotgun on 3rd and 8. Play action, fires to Lee Evans. That's a first down at the 49. It's a nice play, got the ball out just in time. Gerard hands off to McGahee. McGahee is eventually brought down for a 3-yard gain.
Number 30, the ball carrier.
Broncos are pretty good against the run. Still have a couple weaknesses against the pass, which is surprising after all the trades that I made to improve the secondary. I would think that would be a strong suit. Shotgun for David Gerard here on 2nd and 7, just across midfield. Gerard lofts that up and almost intercepted by a Bronco defender. Gotta be careful. Another 3rd and 7 situation here. See what they opt to do. I'm sure they'll probably throw, but to who? Shotgun. Ball snapped. Gerard lets it go. First down to Wes Welker and more. Out to the 29. Yeah, the Broncos really still seem to have nothing against the pass, which is pretty distressing to me as I look towards my team's hopes for the future. Traded for 2 upper tier cornerbacks and still can't stop anything on the pass. Gerard, pump fake, hand off to McGahee. And there's another first down. Excellent Dolphin drive up to the 12-yard line. Bronco defense has to toughen up a little bit. In the shotgun. Ball snapped, hand off to McGahee. McGahee ducks around all the defenders and picks up about 8 yards there.
Gain of 8 on the play.
Gerard hands off to McGahee. McGahee is stopped behind the first down line. 3rd and inches at the 3. Now it'll just be about who gets the bigger push here. It's a good chance that if they got a first down, it would also be a touchdown. Gerard hands up to McGahee, and he coasts into the end zone for a touchdown. Bounces off the defender like he was nothing. Touchdown, Dolphins. Not sure who was trying to make that tackle. Really a terrible tackle. kick is up and good. Dolphins hold a 7-point edge after a great opening drive. They had a bunch of third down conversions. Offense looked pretty impressive there. Denver's supposed to be a pretty decent defense, and the Dolphins have really struggled on offense, so that was pretty impressive. Johnny Knox is broken in half on the return once again. Leads out to the 18. Dude should stop doing returns. Alex Smith in the shotgun to start the drive. Kind of a surprising call. He's got some time. Fires out to Johnny Knox, who drops the easy pass. Broncos currently leading the AFC West, but only via virtue of a tie with the Chiefs. The Raiders are a half game behind. That's the only AFC West team who has not yet had the bye. Under center, Polite in motion. Smith takes a 5-step drop, fires to Johnny Knox. That makes it 3rd and 4, I'm going to guess. Take a look at the Miami defense. So many playmakers. Darrell Revis, Terrell Suggs, Derek Johnson, Colin Jenkins, TJ Ward, all good players right there, and there are others that aren't even on that list. Smith hands off to Peterson. He picks up the first down and some extra yardage there. Makes a nice move, ducks around the defender, and gets out to the 38.
13-yard gain on the play.
Yep. That's what Adrian Peterson can do, and he needs to for the Broncos, because the entire strategy for that team is that the offense is just good enough to get some points and the defense will stop the opposing offense. The latter part of that did not happen. So now it's up to the offense to score enough points. That's not going to happen if Alex Smith keeps getting sacked on first down, opening up 2nd and 18. Smith hands off to Peterson, who is brought down pretty quickly by the defense. 3rd and 13, they're going to need to throw it here. Which usually doesn't go so well for this team, so we'll see what happens. Alright, shotgun formation, no surprise. He's got time, fires out to Jason Avant, who brings it in but can't pick up the first down. 4th and 1. It's a nice grab, just not enough yardage, so the Broncos will once again have to punt. This time hoping for better things out of their defense. Punt from Hoover is up, and just rolls into the end zone for a touchback. Dolphins will come out and start at the 20. Garrard takes a few steps back and fires. That ball is punched away. It's just a look at the playoff picture so far as the division leaders go. Dolphins are currently fighting to keep up with the Jets and Patriots. Patriots have only lost one game. Jets are doing better now. Starting to recover from a rocky start. Dolphins in third. McGahee is brought down immediately for a loss by Babin. So 3rd and 11. Broncos looking to force the Dolphins off the field right away. Shotgun. Ball is snapped. Gerard fires. Should have been intercepted by a Broncos defender, but 3 and out nevertheless. And the Dolphins will have to punt from their own 19. Should give the Broncos okay field position to work with. Yeah, that was a bad throw. Badly overthrew Wes Welker. Any number of Broncos could have made a play on that. Adrian Peterson returns that, just up to the 50, but also there's a hold there.
Personal foul, flipping by the receiving team.
Clipping. So that'll move them back to the 37. It's actually a pretty big blow. They lost over 10 yards on that. Smith hands off to Peterson. Oh, nice run. Still going up to the opposing 45. Just missed getting brought down behind scrimmage, particularly with the replay. That was kind of hard to see from that angle, but there was a defender that was coming hard for Smith that just bit on the draw play. Very nearly moved backwards and instead picked up about like 20 yards. Directly under center. Alex Smith takes the snap, drops back, lets it rip to Jason Avant, who gets out to the 36, 2nd and 1.
9-yard gain on the play.
Smith in the shotgun on 2nd and 1. Ball snapped, handoff to Peterson. And that was kind of weird. Didn't pick up any yardage there, kind of got stuck behind scrimmage. 3rd and 1. Just hoping the Broncos don't do anything tricky with their play calling, like a pitch to the outside. Got Adrian Peterson, charge it right up the gut, 3rd and 1. Don't care how good the defense is. Adrian Peterson's got a chance to win. Coming out in the shotgun, so it doesn't look like they're going to do that. Smith fires, caught by Avant, so it all works out in the end anyway. Quick dump off to Jason Avant, sets up 1st down at the 28. That might be the last play of the 1st quarter. Yes, I am guessing it will be. And that ends the 1st quarter. Broncos well in field goal range, trying to get into the red zone for the first time today. Making a move. See if they can tie it up, down 0-7. Alright, so here we are as we start the 2nd quarter. Dolphins defense trying to hold off the Bronco offense. Trying to hold on to a 7-point lead. Under center, Alex Smith hands off to Peterson. Big run from him. They get out to the 15-yard line, now inside the red zone. Yeah, he can be so deadly. Make one defender miss and he rips off 10+ yards. Directly under center. Receiver in motion. Out to the 9-yard line.
On the play.
One more big run like that, and you're looking at a touchdown. Adrian Peterson is also just so fast. He's powerful, so you forget how quick he is. But he can outrace a defender like he just did on that play for a few-yard pickup. Handoff again, and cruising into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos. That drive is the Denver offensive philosophy in perfect practice. Short passes to move the chains here and there, but mostly just let Adrian Peterson rip off yards like he can do. So after a big drive, both defenses now having one or two drives to be proud of and one or two drives to try to forget, we have a tie game. So 7-7 here at the start of the second quarter. Let's see what the Dolphins can do. There's the kick. Brought in by Jones. Gets out to the 23-yard line, they'll probably give him. Yes, they will.
Number 12 on the
Let's see what happens here. Under center. Evans in motion. Ball snapped. Hand off to McGahee. Big run for McGahee right there. Finally brought down at the 42. Not sure what happened on defense. Was an obvious run, too. I think the offensive line did some good work there. Really pushed open a gap for him. First down out of the 42. Garrard drops back. Hand off to McGahee. That time, nothing doing. No gain.
there for the tackle. No gain on the play.
Garrard in the shotgun, lots of time, fires. Oh, that really coulda, shoulda been a pick six.
Number 89. The
Bad throw, very lucky at that. The coverage, the defender dropped that pass. 3rd and 10 here at the 42. In the shotgun, Garrard has tons of time. Fires. Caught by Welker. That's what happens when you give him that much time in the pocket. Someone like Wes Welker is going to find a way to get open. That is a first down across midfield at the opposing 42. Gerard, handoff to McGahee. Picks up 2 yards there.
Number 30, the ball carrier. Gain of 2 on the play.
Broncos are going to be obviously trying to hold the Dolphins out of field goal range here. I think that's doable if you only allow a couple more yards. Shotgun. Hand up to McGahee, brought down immediately. Babin pushes him back 2 yards. Broncos defense is, for the most part, they will slip up every once in a while. Very good against the run. Which really, I suppose, is not that surprising with the linebacking core that they have. Third and 10, big play for both teams here. Dolphins trying to get in field goal range. Broncos determined to keep them out of it. Gerard in the shotgun, fires out to Evans, and that's going to be way more than a first down. Out to the 22, like a defender slipped. Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there. It's a pretty easy field goal from this point. Now it's all about the end zone. Gerard hands off to McGahee. Somehow manages to pick up 6 yards there despite getting stopped at scrimmage. Broncos have had plenty of opportunities to end this drive and have not yet done so. Gerard, hand off to McGahee. Oh, eaten alive by Curtis Lofton. Lofton was not amused by that. Charged right through the pack. Smacked him in the face. Third and 6. Another opportunity here for the Broncos to wrap up the drive. See if the Dolphins can convert. Gerard in the shotgun. Takes off running, and he's going to convert, and some more slides down. First and goal at the 8. That's what he can do if you're not careful. You've got to be watching him. They're way too late to pick up the fact that he was scrambling. Under center. Gerard hands off to McGahee, and he cuts out to the 1 yard line. It's a good position to be in, second and goal at the 1 yard line. It's gonna be a score most of the time. Gerard, handoff to McGahee, charges into the end zone, easy touchdown. Dolphins take back that lead. Yeah, the current problem with Denver is that the defense keeps disappearing on third down. They have a big first couple downs, and then they'll just totally disappear and then set up an easy score. Extra point is up and good. 7-point lead for the Dolphins. Over halfway through the second quarter, And the Dolphins will be receiving after the half, so the Broncos have to be feeling a little pressure right now. Adrian Peterson out to the 34. I like having fatigue and injuries off. It allows you to put guys like him in dangerous positions. Handoff to Peterson, ducks around the edge, picks up first down right there, out to the 45. Already at 80 yards on the day for Adrian Peterson. Shotgun for Alex Smith, 1st and 10. Handoff to Peterson. Defender gets, Suggs. Suggs gets an arm out and stops Adrian Peterson. That's the kind of play you can count on him to make, especially playing defensive end. Makes him a scary force coming off the edge. Smith tosses it to Mercedes Lewis, picks up 4 yards there. Now across midfield, 3rd and 4. Smith out to Bush. Why is Bush in the game? God damn it. Almost positive Adrian Peterson would have had that. I don't get it. Adrian Peterson's my 3rd down back. I have running back substitute set to 0. I have the RB1, RB2 slider set all the way to 100. Michael Bush comes in and kills my drives every time. Dolphins will start at the 16. Gerard hands off to McGahee. Doesn't quite pick up the 1st down. The 2nd and inches. 2nd and 1. Gerard, hand off to McGahee. There's your 1st down. Out at the 29. Now with the 2-minute warning, Dolphins looking to add some more points before the half. Coming out in the shotgun formation. Looking to move the ball, apparently. Gerard has time, fires to Evans. There's a 1st down at the 39. No huddle. Gerard has time, fires out to Witten. There's first down at the 49.
The catch is made for a first down.
I'm going to be so pissed if the Dolphins score here. All Michael Bush's fault. Gerard drops back. Gerard heaves it up. And somehow caught by Hill at the 4-yard line. That was a huge catch. I don't know who that is or why Aqib Talib is so bad at football. Gerard drops back. And that's not intercepted for no discernible reason. Broncos defense really needs to start taking advantage of the opportunities they're given. That's like 3 or 4 picks that have been delivered straight into their hands. It would have stopped scoring drives. Gerard hands off to McGahee. Stopped for a 1-yard gain. 3rd and goal. Dolphins call timeout. See what they do here. Directly under center. Head off to McLean. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Dolphins. That was too easy. Went untouched into the end zone. Dolphins lead by 14 points leading into the half, and they will have the ball. Should they be able to score on the opening possession, the game is all but over. Bush's fault, man. All Michael Bush's fault. Had to keep Talib's, what the hell? Trade it for your sorry ass, Aqib. Get it together. Stupid thug. Adrian Peterson out to the 20-yard line. Broncos will have a minute to answer. 3 timeouts. Smith fires, caught by Avant for a first down out at the 34. First Denver timeout called. Alex Smith in the shotgun, 50 seconds left. Ball is snapped. Fires. No, that is not going to be counted as a catch. 2nd and 10 at the 34. Shotgun formation once again. Smith, gonna need to get rid of it. Takes off running. Top one, using his top one legs. Slides down, out at the 43. Broncos use their 2nd timeout. I like when he has the ability to do that. Tebow who, right? Am I right? Who even needs Tebow when you have top one Alex Smith? Shotgun again. Smith takes a drop. Heaves up a big pass there. And, oh, knocked away from Knox in the end zone. Knox is not really pleasing me so far today. I will probably bench him for the next game and put Baldwin in. Smith fires out to Terrell Owens. 1st down at the 32. No huddle. Directly under center. Ball snapped. Smith drops back. Smith fires out to Terrell Owens again. Out to the 4-yard line. Oof. 10 seconds left. Broncos really want to get in the end zone. Yeah, they have a timeout. They can afford to give Adrian Peterson a shot to make it happen. If you wanted to be risky, you could give Adrian Peterson a shot. Then you could pass it. Hope for an incomplete pass. Still get the field goal. Smith drops back. Smith fires. Caught by Lewis. Timeout taken. They'll probably settle for a field goal here, which is really unfortunate. Yeah, it's a shame. So that was a pretty powerful drive. I almost wish they would go for it, but it's a tough call. Easy field goal, up and good. Broncos narrow the gap just a little bit.
The kick is good.
Dolphins now leading by 11. It's still Michael Bush's fault, I swear. I hate Michael Bush. I gotta figure out why he keeps coming into the game. In any case, Dolphins looking great on both defense and offense so far today. We'll try to keep it up while the Broncos will really